In the zombie apocalypse, I'm gonna be getting all my calories from crabapple jelly. Hey guys, it's Katie Kate on the Homestead. I'm just here this morning processing another batch of crab apple jelly for the second time because it did not set overnight after working on it until pretty late, after 11 o'clock. I ended up calling it a night last night. I was just having a lot of difficulty. It was late. I broke a jar in my water bath and I just wrapped up what I was doing and went on to bed. This morning I overboiled onto my element, hot, sticky, syrupy jelly. So I just have some baking soda sitting on that now and I will try to get that clean later on today. So this batch was a bit of a handful. So why grow our own food? It doesn't end up being that much cheaper at the end of the day. I can go to the supermarket and pick up a jar of jelly for $3 or $4, and it saves me having to grow the fruit, harvest the fruit, clean it, process it, and ultimately preserve it. It's a lot of work to save a few bucks. We'll take the jar of jelly as my example moving forward. I could argue that ultimately it really only costs me pennies to make a jar of jelly. After the fruit is grown, it's just a few cups of sugar. But having said that, besides all the work that I just talked about, I had to invest in canning equipment. I have to buy jars. Now the jars are reusable unless you're gifting it. I mean, if you're gifting a jar of jelly, you got to account for $2 for the jar. The rings, yeah, they're reusable. The lids are a single use item, and so you have to invest in those as well. And also that invaluable time. So again, it's not really necessarily cost effective when you break it all down. So why do we grow our own food? The plain fact is it's better for us. We know that there's a metabolic crisis going on in North America, which is pretty much directly related to our food industry and our food chain and the industrial agricultural business that determines everything that we eat. Research is showing that diabetes is an underlying condition to many other ailments like heart disease and even Alzheimer's and dementia. So the quality of our food and what we're putting into our body is having a huge impact on the health of our population. And I can't think of a better reason to want to grow your own food. When we grow our own food, we have simple ingredients, minimal preservatives, and we rely on an age-old preserving process when we water can or pressure can. Let's talk about the time that it takes to get from garden to pantry. When I'm making my own food, that can be as quick as a day where I pick something and put it on my plate that night, or maybe a year if I'm jarring up some jelly that I'm going to be eating next spring. Let's compare that to an industrial agriculture food chain where that same jar of jelly is going to take a year before it even hits my pantry. So really, it's just better for us. It tastes better, it's fresher, it's empowering, it's reassuring to know that we can feed ourselves and we're not reliant on outsourcing our nutrition. It's creative and it's wholesome. And for all those reasons, I really think that growing our own food is becoming such a big movement. I advocate it absolutely. And it has its trials and tribulations and challenges when you're recanning the same batch of jam that you tried to do last night. But I think about the pioneers and the pilgrims, and you're not going to throw away a bucket of apples because you messed up the first time. So get a good night's sleep and try again. Now, if someone could just tell me what I'm going to do with 15 jars of crabapple jelly, I'll take that suggestion. In the zombie apocalypse, I'm going to be getting all my calories from crabapple jelly. Okay guys, well, that's it for today. It's just what I'm working on around here. So until next time, I hope you're having a wonderful day, staying safe and well, enjoying this last little bit of summer. and getting ready for winter. I'm Katie Kate on the Homestead, and I'll see you later.